BrewTube, DJs here, back at you with yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. I've been working out in the yard, cold winter day, sniffly nose, all that fun stuff. Been down in the basement working, in the garage, had my workout last night, doing that slave thing in the house, but you know what? Houses are the gift that keep on taking, aren't they? Much like children. All those out there who have children and watching the BrewTube blogosphere, you know what's up. Anyways, guys, I haven't even had my coffee today. How much does that suck? So, it's about beer time, and I want coffee. So what am I going to do? Oh, damn. I'm going to have an Imperial coffee stout. And what am I going to do to do that? I'm going to go local. That's right, going local again with Flying Dog out of Frederick, Maryland. Not that far from me, about an hour and a half, something like that. Excuse me. But the point is, not too far, widely distributed in my area. Yes, so what do we got? We've got there Kujo Imperial Coffee Stout, or they say ale brewed with coffee on the bottle. So that means it's added at some point either as a liquid or granular fashion to flavor the beer with coffee and enhance above what they can get out of the malts coffee flavor. I've had this beer before. I recall liking it. It was in my earlier days of craft beer drinking, so my palate wasn't as developed, so I'm kind of going back on some of these beers. One that I've never reviewed before on the channel, and also ones that, you know, I don't think I gave a fair shake to in my brain, and you know, gave it an even keel with what I know more about beer now and where my taste has developed. So, what about this beer? This beer is made with 4 malts, 2 kinds of hops, English ale yeast. Basic setup for an Imperial Stout. They also add flaked oats and barley to this brew to give it a creamier mouthfeel. You know, that's why they add those type things, and I like that when they do that. You know, I had Boris the Crusher not too long ago with my mate Johnny, and among other things we did with Boris the Crusher. But anyways, I really like the fact that they add oats to that Imperial Stout, and it was really nice. So, stop, flap my jaws. Boom, get the cap popped on that. Man, a lot of smoke came off. Popped right off the top here. Oh, this one's not a twist off. Some of their beers are twist offs and some aren't. It's weird. Maybe it's more like the lagers and stuff, but damn, I can smell the coffee wafting off of it here, and I'm a good foot from this bottle. My nose, tip of my nose to the end of that is about a good foot. So, let's get this seasonal, limited availability brew into the glass. Damn, that's black. If you get some hints of light out of it, you know, you can get a little color through it, but it's really dark. This is a 8.9% beer, and it's on, I think, what was it, 40 IBU. So we got a really dark head. Man, I can smell all kinds of aromas coming off the top of this. Wow, it's really tempting when I'm doing this with you guys, not just to jam my nose in the thing. But anyways, got a little bit less than a 1-finger head, little soapy, pretty tight bubble, soapy up at the top, and then around the edge is really tight. When you swirl it, get plenty of alcohol legs, but as you can see, we're talking total opacity with this beer, guys. There's no light passing through this at all. I mean, I'm holding it right up to the bulb that's in front of me in the ceiling, and I'm getting nothing out of it. So, let's get a nose on this bad boy and see what we got going on. Right off the bat, coffee, chocolate, a good bit of vanilla also. A little bit of toffee, and sweet breadiness. No alcohol aroma at all, and a sweet smell to this beer. So, and it's caramel sweet, but there's that, you guys know when you're putting your nose in some of these beers, you just get that sweetness kind of, and that's what I'm getting out of this. This should be the perfect temperature. I'll let this sit out, let it warm up, see what we got going on. Let's get a taste on this. Wow. Right up the front, you get coffee, then chocolate, then you got caramel coming in after that, and you do actually get a hint of the vanilla flavor in this. I like that. A lot of vanilla is so hard, it seems, in a lot of stouts and porters and everything that I've tasted, even the ones that advertise it. It's a really hard flavor to get to shine through, and it does come out in this beer some. It's not a featured element, I believe, of this, but you know, it tastes really good, and the coffee is really tasty. Now, Flying Dog's really big into sourcing local ingredients, and they use local Black Dog coffee when they do this. They're up in the Frederick area. I've actually had their coffee before, and they actually say so right on the bottle here, made with Black Dog coffee. This bottle is dated. It says vintage 2012 on it. I've got one of these to sell, or I'm going to start building a vertical on this one because I've heard it develops really well. But let me get another taste here and tell you what I think. The mouthfeel is pretty good. It's a little thin, more thin than I like for a stout. It does have some good viscosity. Right now, the main dominant tastes are black coffee, dark chocolate, and caramel, and a bit of vanilla. That's mainly what's going on with this beer. It's not a hugely complex stout. I'm not blown away like when I drank Parabola and I was out into the outer atmosphere. And yeah, that's a barrel-aged beer, but if the base beer isn't really awesome, you're not going to have an awesome barrel-aged beer. That's all there is to it. So, this is drinking at the right temperature right now. It feels in my mouth. It's got to be in the upper 50s. It's perfect for a stout. Man, it's got a little bit of warming effect going down, but there's absolutely no alcohol taste on this one. So, I think it's a really solid brew, and I'm enjoying it quite much. I'm going to sip the rest of this. I'm not going to pound this down. And so what's the verdict on this, guys? Beer Advocate's giving it an 88, and Rate Beer's giving it a 98. I don't think those grades are accurate. 88, I think, is a little too low, and I think 98 is too high for this beer. It's a quality beer, and it's got the vintage dating on the bottle that you can actually read, not the stupid-ass Flying Dog date code. Hey, Flying Dog, we don't like your stupid Jillian or whatever date code cryptic message you guys use. Make them all like this. Make them nice and easy to read. This says vintage 2012. Anyway, I'm going to give this, I think, like a 91. I'm going to give it an A-. I think this is one of those beers that'll sell really well, and it'll develop over time and improve over time, and I think the flavors will integrate more. And it's definitely worth trying. If you find it in your area and they have it, it's fairly inexpensive. I think for this single, it was like $1.99 or something like that. It wasn't bad at all. And even a 6-pack of it's pretty cheap. So find it in your area, give it a try, guys. I recommend it. And until the next time, remember what I always say, guys. Think globally, drink locally. Support the craft beer movement. Thanks a million for watching. And I'll see you guys on the next DJs BrewTube. And what's that? Oh, damn. That's a big peace out.